So last video was NFL themed, so today I'm coming back to the NBA and drawing the best 1v1 NBA lineup. So I'm drawing the best 1v1 player at each position. I'm gonna go position by position and make my pick, but make sure you watch the full video to see why I made the decisions I made. But let's get started with this lineup right away. Now, since we're putting together a team, it probably would be a smart decision to include a point guard. Of course though, we gotta be the best 1v1 point guard. That's what I'm sketching, and if I'm being completely honest, I didn't really think this was that hard of a decision to make. I had to go with the point guard that has the best handles of all time, so y'all should know who I'm talking about if I said that. Man, we gotta include Kyrie Irving. He's gonna be the first player on the best 1v1 lineup. And listen, I don't feel like y'all can be mad at this decision. I think this was a really solid, like honestly, the best choice I could go with. Of course, I could have potentially included AI. I think he could have fit this. Or another point guard with just like crazy over the top handles would probably work too. I ran into an issue though. It's been 2 months since I last made an NBA video, so I was a little bit rusty. I had to take a break. You know, I kept messing up the drawing, screwing it up. So I had a little something to eat. Then I came back. I kind of just started over the face completely because I screwed it up the first time. But I'm proud of myself because I did push through. I was gonna like scrap the entire project here because I was getting so frustrated. Kyrie does kind of have a hard face to draw though, because I remember a couple years ago when I was drawing him in the video, it was hard for me to capture his likeness and make the drawing really appear like him. For all these drawings too in this video, I'm gonna try to find a balance between cartoony and kind of realistic, not like really realistic, but a balance between them. But let me get his hair together, and I'm gonna have to show you what the team's looking like so far, because we got a point guard now. Of course, I did have to go in and add his tattoo on his arm. I wasn't gonna include it at first, but it kind of makes sense to put it. We got a point guard, so of course you know what's next. Now, earlier in the video, I gave my honest truth. I said I didn't think the decision at point guard was a hard decision. And I feel the same way as shooting guard too. Honestly, there was one person I knew I had to add, and I'm pretty sure y'all know him too. Matter of fact, I'm gonna put his name on the screen in a couple seconds, but we can say it together because you already know who it is. It gotta be Kobe Bryant. Man, we gotta put Kobe on this. We can't talk about one-on-one, 1v1, and not bring up the Black Mamba. What are y'all talking about? Now, I will say this, another suggestion that a lot of people were saying was prime James Harden, you know, when he was on the Rockets, and that, I get that, believe me, I do get that. One-on-one was definitely his style of play, but Kobe, you know, I just think he had one of the deepest offensive bags. He could like do anything, go to the rim, shoot mid-range, fadeaway, shoot three, you know, that's a one-on-one nightmare. There ain't nothing you can do. But last time I drew Kobe was in the NBA nickname video, and of course I did draw him in 8 different styles, but that was like maybe 3 or so years ago. But I was actually surprised by the amount of people that didn't agree with this pick on TikTok. As always, I'll post like work in progress clips and sneak peeks of this video prior to it uploading, and they didn't agree with adding Kobe. That was crazy to me. So let me know what y'all think on YouTube. Let me know what you think about this. And right now you can see the 1v1 lineup. We got our guards. We got our guards in order. So we got to move on to our next position, and I think it's going to get more difficult from here on out. Now, prior to starting this sketch, I had to sit down for a while and really contemplate who I was gonna add in this position. You know, I was watching highlights and clips of the different players I was trying to decide between. And then I saw a clip of my guy right here that I'm sketching, and he said that he's not losing a one-on-one. He's not losing a 1v1. That's how he played his entire career, got ridiculed for it, played it at the highest level. So y'all can see the sketch. Of course, I had to add Carmelo Anthony. And you know, the more I thought about it, the more I felt like this was like kind of mandatory. I have to include him. And same thing I felt with Kobe. But if Prime Melo like entered in a one-on-one tournament, say they were like hosting it over like All-Star Weekend or something, bro, he would light everybody up. Like Prime Melo, he destroy everybody. But let me get his Knicks jersey together and you can see the team so far. Kyrie, Kobe, Melo. Bro, this team is looking nuts so far. It's looking nuts, but we still gotta move on. Now the player that I have to add right here, This was definitely, he had a reserved spot, VIP reserved. I knew I was gonna add him in. This was actually the first NBA player I ever drew on my channel. Like when I started my channel, I think 8 years ago, this was the first NBA player I drew on it. We gotta add Kevin Durant. Anybody with elite ball knowledge, they're gonna pick him too. This is somebody they're gonna add to the 1v1 lineup. You have to. He gotta be mentioned in the leaderboards for this. Now, if you notice with the sketch too, I thought it'd be fun to draw him on his new team, because I was gonna draw like Prime KD, which was maybe, I guess, when he was on the Warriors, but I thought it'd be better to keep up with the current events, and we gotta add him in his Rockets, the Houston jersey, gotta add it. I've been using this collage book too to add the positions next to the players. But listen, y'all gotta drop a W or something in the comments if you think I'm getting these picks right so far. Me personally, I think we went 4 for 4 so far. We got all the right players on here. If this is a 1v1 focused lineup, we picked the right people. And you know, if this video can get maybe 500 likes, I think I'll add a 6-man. Like I said, there was a lot of players I had to pass up on, so I could definitely add a 6-man to this lineup too. I'm thinking of players like Beasley, T-Mac, obviously Prime Harden, I was talking about him earlier, but yeah, we gotta figure it out. We could maybe even add Braun as a 6-man. You can see the finished version of KD. We got him on the lineup, got him cemented, so of course there's one position we gotta add. So the center position, I'm gonna be honest, this is the one I had the most trouble with picking. At first, I was initially gonna put Wemby, but then the more I thought about it, I kind of figure I have to go with Shaq. Like Prime Shaq is the best 1v1. Nah, I just feel like he's too big. If he gets the ball first and he's just backing you down, like there's not really nothing you can do. So I think this is a good decision. But of course, let me get this one together and then I'll be able to show you the full lineup, the best 1v1 lineup. So let me add the last touches to this and I'll fade into the reveal. So you can see the full lineup right here. Let me know if I got this right. If it was a W or an L, let me know which drawing came out the best and which lineups I should do in the future. But if you want to see more NBA videos, I got them right here for you. Right here for you. You can click on one of them. But thank you guys for watching. New videos coming soon, and I'm out.